Do. Waiting on peeps. Oh. Yep. We're just waiting on some people. See if anyone wants to jump in. Ow. Ow. Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay. Well, we're 2 minutes in. I might as well go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and let everyone know when you're watching this in the future that if I am not super talkative, I am sorry. I had to go to the dentist this morning. So if I am not super elegant with my words, or I am not very diction oriented, it is because my jaw hurts. Because I had to get a cavity drilled in the back. So basically the numbing needle had to go in my jaw joint, and it is so sore. But yeah, we'll just get on, let's go. If people jump in, great. If not, oh well. Because I just want to play some more Star Trek. Oh yeah, we were going down. Let's go. Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I can send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad when you're ready to go, and be careful, sir. Try to keep a lock on us and prepare to transport survivors. Sir, I'm picking up multiple life signs. Some of them are the Azura's captain and crew, but the rest are Orion. Plasma leaks are blocking our path to the survivors. We will need to use the consoles to safely vent the plasma. Rescuing survivors is our top priority. I didn't know what to do. I'll do better next time. New crew members critically injured and you do not have the training needed to Somebody does. Scanning the warp core, Captain. Catastrophic failure of antimatter containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed.
We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment field failed. We had no choice but to drop shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please, take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I can buy you some time.
I'll help your crew. Core is failing and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You need to get your away team and survive off as soon as possible. Alright. When you were in the Academy, you studied mission reports from the USS Archer. In one instance, crew of the Archer reconfigured a plasma conduit and used it to disable a group of Klingons who had boarded their vessel. Alright. Go to the transporter room. We'll be right behind you. Away team to Mjolnir. Chief, are you ready to transport? The Azura's radiation levels are returning to normal. The survivors of the Azura's crew are on the transporter pad. We don't have much time. Get these people off the ship now. We have them, sir. Sensors detect more Orion ships on the way, Captain. We need you back on the bridge. Captain, incoming message from the Horizons, putting it on screen.
Leave now if you know what's good for you, Starfleet. We're taking the ship, her crew, and her cargo.
The Azura and her crew are under Starfleet's protection. Captain, we need to get within range and try to get a transporter lock on Captain Bright. Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Bright, sir. Boosting containment. We have our Captain. Captain Bright is safely aboard, sir, and just in time, too. We got her just before the ship exploded. Captain Bright has requested that we take her and her crew to sector space. Starfleet will get them home from there. She said she would be happy to speak to you if you wish. I'll speak with the captain.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
What was the Azura's mission?
The Azura was a transport ship, best in the quadrant. Mostly I hauled medical supplies or farming equipment. But I had room in the cargo bays for a little of everything. I have one customer who is just crazy for Tranya. I don't save the galaxy on a regular basis like you Starfleet types do, but hauling cargo is a good way to make a living. I'm helping people in my own way.
Woo, now so! Finally, someone's here talking to me. Anybody showed up and I was like, hell, whatever, I'm just playing Star Trek. I have another question.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
Tell me about the Orions.
There's thieves, pirates, and a whole lot of trouble if you ask me. Raiders have always been a danger to ships like mine, but the problem has gotten worse since the Orions allied with the Klingons. Now they think they can do anything to anyone. Someone needs to put a stop to these raids. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
What happened to the Azura?
We have been having trouble with the warp core for a few days. I was hoping I could make it to the closest starbase, but when the containment field started to collapse, I used every bit of power we had to help stabilize it. The minute I rerouted power from the shields to the containment field, the Orions were there. For all I know, they detected I was in trouble and were waiting for the right time to pounce. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
What will you do now?
Go back to Belarus for a few weeks, I suppose. I have enough latinum saved up to get me back on my feet. As soon as I can get another ship, I'll be doing transport runs again. I have customers waiting. You saved my crew. I'll tell you whatever I can.
Thank you, that is all, Captain. Ready to leave the system on your command, sir. Depart system.
Well done. You saved that crew just in time.
And I get all these things. How am I liking it? I really like this game, man. I've played it before. It's pretty good. I mean, I guess you kind of have to be a Star Trek fan to really, really like it. But, you know, I've been watching Star Trek for a while now, so, I like it.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, rank 2, cool.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Alright, so escort him. Hello, Femi. How's it going? So we are to escort Vulcan Ambassador Soketh to the monastery on Pajem in the Beta Quadrant. And I can find him at Vulcan, which is located in the Beta Quadrant. So it's not even that far. I can get all this stuff, heck yeah. And I think their space looks pretty good in this game. Yep. It's kind of like No Man's Sky in the fact that you have to actually travel to places. Let's see how far we've got to go. Oh, we must be pretty close. What does it say? We're about to leave it. I guess when I moved, I took us out of auto navigate. There we go. Captain, we've arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the Ambassador's aide when we arrived. T'Pel says that the Ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen? On screen.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the Ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the Ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the Ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Very well. We're ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When you are ready to make a final approach, let me know. The shuttlecraft. Never been on this one yet. You can't sit in my chair. That's stupid. Anyway, land this sucker. Just land it.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, this is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Captain, the Ambassador and his aide are waiting for us at the temple at the top of this rise. We can speak to them there and find out if the Ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart for Pajem.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about Pajem.
Pajem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on Pajem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
The Andorians, but they are also part of the Federation.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They studied the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
What business do you have at Pajem?
My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications, so if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you have any questions?
Are you ready to leave?
This is ridiculous! Access to Pajem is strictly limited to preserve the sanctity of the monastery. No outsiders are permitted to land without the expressed permission of Savin, the leader of the Order of the Priest that maintains the planet. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty. But Savin has chosen this moment to illogically question my visiting the monastery. He is refusing to grant leave for me to meet with the abbot at Pajem.
Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind?
If I do not complete my journey to Pajem now, I will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete. And that could take weeks.
I wonder why Savin won't grant you permission.
I fear I've spent too much time off-world. While I find it easy to deal with others, my own people can be stubborn. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than I have.
Let me speak to Savin then.
Peace and long life.
Live long and prosper.
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Soketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Soketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do the Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
The Vulcan people have monasteries?
Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at Pajem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kirshara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about Sirach.
Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kirshara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Don't you trust Ambassador Soketh?
I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about what you've heard.
Soketh has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. Tapella admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. Tapella says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of Pajem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
What if the abbot agrees to speak to Soketh via subspace?
The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on P'Jem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Soketh to visit P'Jem?
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
I've spoken to Sabin. We can leave for P'Jem now.
Excellent. Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the journey and can leave immediately.
Let's go. Okay, so he's gonna follow me.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
I need to meditate and prepare for my meeting with the abbot at P'Jem. If you have no objections, I will retire to my quarters. Please notify me when we have arrived at our destination. Once again, you have my gratitude for your assistance.
Ambassador Soketh has retired to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system whenever you like. Hey, Chloe. Thanks for stopping in. I'll give you the disclaimer I gave earlier. I went to the dentist this morning, so I'm not very talkative because my jaw is sore. Sorry, I'm picking up an unusual energy reading in this system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed. Sensors on maximum. Klingon ships decloaking, sir. Great. Captain, we are being held by the Klingons. Putting them on screen now.
You have a foul shape changer aboard your ship. Turn the creature over to us, or we will destroy you.
Shape changer? What do you mean?
That foul beast on your ship is an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of those honorless dogs dies screaming. My patience is limited. Speak quickly.
Tell me about the Undine.
The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. Undine are telepathic and physically superior to humans. They see anyone from our dimension as an inferior life form, even Klingons. Soon they will know how wrong they are. Undine have the technology to be a real threat to anyone, even the Borg. But the worst of their weapons is their ability to take our forms. The Undine have inserted themselves into every major power in the quadrant and seek to control us through trickery and misdirection. You must be vigilant. My patience is limited. Speak quickly.
Why are the Undine here?
You tell me, Starfleet. It was your people who first encountered the Undine in the Delta Quadrant back when we knew them as Species 8472. Many among my people want to know just what you did to make them hate us so. My patience is limited. Speak quickly.
Do you have any proof of these accusations?
Do you doubt my word? Insult my honor? I have killed men for less. I have nothing to prove to the likes of you. Turn that so-called ambassador over to me now, or face the consequences.
Shields up, red alert.
If you will not turn over the shapeshifter, then we must destroy you.
Yet nobody's moving. Sir, sensors are showing multiple Klingon life signs on the surface. The monks may be in danger. I recommend that we send an away team down immediately. Alert the ambassador to meet the away team at the transporter room. Captain, the situation on the ground may be too dangerous for the ambassador to be on the surface. I recommend that he remains in his quarters until it is safe. The away team is ready to transport at your command, Captain. Captain, we need to secure the area and then make our way towards the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. I'm reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, so I recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert, we need to find the monks. Let's check on a couple of things real fast.
Your inventory has a replica. You can purchase common items from the replicator. You can also sell items by using recycle, and reclaim previously sold items using retrieve.
Yeah, we'll look into that later. I would love to see Quayton colored in. Oh no. Did I freeze? Oh no! Oh man, come on. Unfreeze. Unfreeze. Man, this sucks. Because if I stop and reload the game, then the stream's gotta stop. I don't know what to do now. Well, it won't unfreeze, guys, so I don't know what to do. Game has straight up frozen. Yep, well I guess, it's about an hour long video, so I guess just today's episode is short and janky, so yep. Probably all for the best. Ugh. Yep. I don't know. I may just shut it down and redo it and go along with episode 3 because I really want to play this game. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Alright, I'm going to shut this down. This is a short episode 2 and we'll immediately jump up with episode 3. Just because I want to keep playing this game and I love it and I like hanging out with people. So hang around, guys. I'll be right back.